assistance.
What's up agents, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. Today's build video is going to be a very solid, straightforward, insane LMG build. Now this build is interchangeable. You can use different guns with this build. This is going to be a PvP build. Now you can use whatever guns you want, but LMGs are extremely strong right now for the constant progressive fire, sustained DPS, big mags, and unhinged is really nice, and you get damage to targets out of cover. So it's good, especially with a build like this, which is kind of like a skill power damage hybrid while being tanky. It's got everything. So let's get straight into this build video, guys. I want to try and keep this a bit short. Don't want to go into 17 minutes like some of the other build videos, so we're going to just quickly take this quick. It's not going to be anything fancy. There's no utilization of like certain elements or stacking certain talents like armor on kill, for example. This is just going to be straight up strong, what is really good right now in the dark zone, from my experience. And if you guys are looking for one build that you want to use in any kind of PvP situation, whether it be conflict or dark zone, this is going to be perfect for you, and you will be the best you can possibly be with this build. So this is my best LMG PvP build. First and foremost, guys, I do know a lot of people use Survivalist for the healing from the Seeker Mine. Let me tell you guys something now. I've tried both of them. For me, getting that 50% skill power and Technomancy, all the other talents that you get with Technician, it's just, for me, I personally think going for Technician is good, because I do know the healing Seeker Mine is great. You get a bit more skill haste, but this is just too good. So you want to make sure you have LMG damage. If you follow me, you know that I always say my builds are templates for you guys to work upon to suit your playstyle. So if you don't want to use LMGs, you don't have to. Just make sure that the linked laser pointer is active. Any kind of skill damage hybrid, you need to have this active. It gives you up to 20% extra damage, which is insane. The reason why I've gone for this is because getting the skill power cap is easier. 50% skill power, that's great. You also do get extra skill damage. Also, you get this, which is actually really strong, guys. So equipping a skill grants 15% bonus armor. That's a lot of armor. So you can be insanely tanky if you watch through the gameplay when I'm playing. It's really strong. And whenever a skill dies, you recover 20% armor. That's the reason why I've gone for this. It's just great utility, and I really enjoy it. So make sure everything's active. Those are the main ones that you guys want to focus on. And then once you've done that, we're going to get straight into this build. So what's this build about? This is a 3-12-8. We're going to be utilizing the damage from this LMG, the sustained damage from it, especially because of the big mag. The linked laser pointer is going to give us 20% extra damage from Perfect Spotter. We're going to be attaining our armor back, 500k armor by the way, with Bloodsucker, while utilizing the BTSU gloves being procced by the Hive. Now you can proc this on NPCs, or a lot of players don't run full hazard protection. This build doesn't have hazard protection, so we're going to be utilizing the maximum amount of 80% extra damage from the BTSU gloves. We're going to be utilizing some more skill power from the holster, extra damage mod slots. So we're going to get into all that just now, but I just wanted to show you guys exactly what this is. This is a insanely strong tank build. You can tank so much damage, explosive damage as well, whilst dealing out a lot of damage and skill damage. You can also maybe possibly put a healing hive on you, so you can sustain yourself even more and get your health up and your armor up quicker. But I use this by going straight all out damage, and you can massacre a team very quickly with this build. Once the Hive and the Seeker Mine proc with the BTSU, you'll just be seeing agents go down instantly. It's insane. It's really, really good for rushing groups. And if 4 players in the team run this build, you will not be defeated. This is like currently the meta in the Dark Zone, in my opinion, from what I've seen and what I use. I feel insanely strong with this build, and the reason is look at the stats, guys. 500k, 56k health, 3000 skill, which means we've got insane mods with this as well, whilst dishing out 23k damage. Now that is insane. I know you can get up to 30 depending on what gun you want to use. You can use the Pestilence, so let's just go over. I just wanted to quickly explain everything. So this is a 3 12 8 23k base, 501,000 armor, 56k health with 3000 skill power across the board. So let's go over the build one piece at a time. Military M60 with Unhinged, 20% weapon damage. Now if you're on console, you might suffer a little bit from the weapon handling, but I would go for this. It gives you a lot of damage, plus we get 15% damage to targets out of cover. So because we're not hitting, so you see the guys using double barrel shotguns, they get premeditated damage. That's why they can hit so hard whilst having such low firearms. It's because of this. This will give us a similar sort of effect, and because we can constantly spray enemies without having to reload, that's going to be really good. I've gone for Allegro, so definitely go for that. Just make sure you use any kind of LMG you want. You can use any LMG, but I like the ones with the big magazines. The Pestilence is just as good, but the reason why I don't use it, this would probably be better off in a group. If you want to play solo, I'd recommend using this with the Sweet Dreams, because I just have to roll and I get 25% of my ammo back. So that's 25 bullets by just rolling. So it's really nice, because if you have to reload, you're going to probably be killed, guys. It takes a while to reload these guns. That's why having the Sweet Dreams is great. But the Pestilence would also be nice. You can obviously get some more reload speed. But the way you need to mod this is you need to make sure that you've got the... Oh, this is really taking forever to load up. You need to take the linked laser pointer and put it on from the Technician. That gives us an extra 20% damage. So just from the gun, unhinged, the damage to targets out of cover. Plus this, we're getting a lot of damage. So it's very important you do that. You can put whatever you want here. It's completely up to you. More accuracy for console players. Maybe I've gone for more crit damage. Rate of fire. You can put reload speed. But like I say, if you want to use the Pestilence, you know what I mean? Like it would be nice if you could put this, but obviously you can't mod it. So it depends how you want to play. If you don't want to use the Sweet Dreams and maybe carry the Pestilence with you, I would recommend putting reload speed on as well. Or then I guess you could just swap to the Pestilence as well. It depends how you guys want to play. So never just completely copy what I do. Just always adapt it to your play style. So I've gone for accuracy here as well. You can go with whatever you want. Headshot damage, if you want to use a scope, completely up to you. I wouldn't recommend using crit damage at all. Oh, sorry, critical range, because that's a bit of a strange one, a strange stat, and I would rather go for other things. So the mask is just going to be straight up Euler Guard with 13k health, 460 skill power, perfect spotter. It works, so every time we aim this gun at an enemy, it's going to pulse them. So we're getting 20% weapon damage, which is insane. Then on all the mods, we're going to go for Hive, Seeker Mine, and armor and explosive resistance, because your Seeker Mine does hit you sometimes, and if you don't have a decent amount of explosive resistance, you might struggle. So it's completely up to you on your mods, but just go for what I've just told you guys there. Also, Euler Guard gives us hazard protection as well with total armor, which is always good. This is my, like I say, guys, on your backpack and your chest piece, just go for your highest armor rolls, because we want to be tanky with this build. So just go. I've got 40k armor, 30% total, Bloodsucker. I've got some bleed damage from my Hive as well, utility mod slots. 5.8k armor, 3% total, explosive resistance. Explosive resistance, you can get the mod with the 10%. Just stack it as much as you can. I've just gone to get up to 500k armor because I have OCD. So just make sure you put enough explosive resistance to tank, because a lot of people are running strong Seeker Mines like this build is using. So once you've got that piece, just remember, guys, use whatever chest piece, just get your armor up high. You could actually put explosive there. You don't even need Bloodsucker. It's completely up to you. There's a few ways you can run this build, but this is just the way that my gear pieces adapt, how I have to adapt to it. So the Euler Guard, the reason why we use this holster, guys, is because it's got 2 red mod slots, which is great. I can get 10% LMG damage just from equipping this holster, which is insane. That's why we're getting such high numbers. With 738 skill power and 36% skill haste. It's a beautiful holster right there. Backpack, you guys know, on the ropes, it's going to be active quite often. That's another 15% extra damage, plus hardened, 15% extra armor, 25k armor, 18.5. You guys know this backpack. Just put on the ropes and hardened, and you can have whatever mods slots you want. Maybe even skill power and total armor if you need more skill power. Just adapt it to your build. And all the mods, like I say, explosive resistance, armor rolls with Hive and Seeker Mine. Then the BTSU is going to be a must. A lot of people run hazard protection, but not anymore, guys. I'm seeing less and less people because you can just sustain yourself so well, and it doesn't really bother you, especially if you're this tanky. Now, any kind of clutch player or DPS player, you'll wreck them with one Seeker Mine. Like, it's scary. Like, this build is insanely strong. But yeah, BTSU, we don't need to explain it. We're going to be getting 80% extra healing and skill damage once it's procced. So you'll hear the noise. You guys know the noise that it makes. Then you know it's procced, your gloves glow red, and then you could just, from there, that's when you throw your Seeker Mine down, and you will one-shot someone with 400k armor. You can one-shot them. It's crazy. Alright, so the knee pads, this is also quite important to get us to that juicy 3000 skill power. Empowered is important. 11% total armor, which is great. I would recommend if you guys have like 17,000 armor, rather use that, because I think that'll be slightly more than the percentage, because it just depends how much armor you have, because it's obviously percentage based. So you guys just have to gauge it on your own build. Then obviously defensive mods once again. I've gone a little bit of health there, same as my backpack. So that's going to be pretty much the build. We're going to go over the stats quickly, guys. I just wanted to show you, this is the build that I am running in the Dark Zone more often than not. This is what I put on most of the time. Remember, guys, rooted is on the pistol. That gives us 20%, 25%. Let me just go into that quickly. Make sure on the over here you put rooted, because while equipped and in cover, skill damage and healing is increased by 25%. This is insane. But remember, it only occurs once every 60 seconds, so it's up to you. Just go. I would go for this. This is insane. Like, if you stay in cover, which you will be doing, I'm sure you guys play like that. You should be doing that, depending on how you want to play. But yeah, so stats, we're going to keep going down. We have a nice amount of weapon damage. You'll be amazed when you utilize on the ropes and perfect spotter. You'll be hitting very hard. All weapons 23 plus 25 plus all the ones that haven't been calculated on the build through perfect spotter, etc. You guys know what I mean. Then we're just going to quickly go through it. Max health, very nice. Explosive resistance 14%. I can put this to about 40-50%. You guys can as well. So just make sure to get that higher. I've been experimenting with it. I don't really suffer too much with explosive damage, but it has happened to me before where I've actually hit myself with a Seeker Mine and I've killed myself. I've one-shotted myself with 500k armor, so it's a bit scary. But I don't know, guys. It depends on explosive resistance. If you don't run this nowadays, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. So I might have to increase mine. But like I say, we can do that. So on the Hive, we are getting 28,000 PvP damage, which is insane. 56% skill haste, which this build just rocks, guys. You have to give it a try. Skill haste again, plus all the other mod slots. I'll show you in my skills right now. 175,000 PvP damage. And remember, these are not when BTSU is procced. When BTSU procced, all hell breaks loose and everyone just gets destroyed all around you. Look at these mods, guys. 83 damage, 90 damage, plus 72% charges. Like I say, go for more charges. The more charges, the more Hive can damage people. So that's how you're going to mod that right there. Seeker Mine, we're going to go for 172 skill haste, 95% damage, and 54% damage. Beautiful. So this build is just, there's no like utilization of utility like I normally do, like stacking certain elements, like maybe health, using certain, I don't know, guys, you know what I mean, like stacking two-piece, True Patriot or something like that. This is just straight up what is good in the game right now for PvP. There's no gimmicks to this build. This is a solid build, which I mean, I like to play with a bit more utility, but I know a lot of people have been asking for a solid straight up build, and this is it, guys. If you want to know what the meta is, in my opinion, this is it right here. It's insanely strong. There are a few variations of this build which is still viable, potentially stronger in someone else's hands, but the way that the LMG works with the Seeker Mines, and I mean, if you guys can put this on a survivalist, you're going to be doing less damage, but you're going to be healing yourself more. If you can get your skill power up there, but having skill power on the chest piece could be also how you can make it. You can make it get same skill power as this with the survivalist, but I would recommend doing it with technician because of technomancy and perfect spotter. The damage output and armor regeneration is insane. And then once you put like maybe a chem launcher to heal yourself if you want to, but I feel that this build is more of a kamikaze death trap. It just destroys people so quick. If you want to play solo, maybe I'll use a chem heal myself. You can heal yourself really well with 290% mods. You can heal yourself very quickly, but I would just recommend going full out damage and utilizing the medkits. So definitely give this build a try. I am loving it right now. It's insanely strong, and I know you guys will love it. So just please, guys, give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Merry Christmas to everyone. Christmas is coming up, so I hope you guys have an amazing holiday season. I'm going to be a bit busy. That's why the videos are going to be less frequent, but I'm sure you guys understand. Tomorrow I'm going to try wake up a bit earlier because I'm going away for a day. So I'm going to try to get the vendor reset. So make sure to click that notification bell. Vendor resets for tomorrow, guys. And leave a like if you want to, if you enjoyed this video. And if you like my content, subscribe to the channel for more Division 2 content. And I'll be seeing you agents in the next video. Peace out, boys.